Lynchburg. I'm talking with business leaders about what's going on in their neck of the woods, and then I'm here at school because I want to see what's happening with the children. And I'm so glad to see our SSO, our officers, who will help them keep safe and let them know not to be afraid of law enforcement, because the first order of society, you've got to have safety and security, and we want them to want to grow up and be a part of that.
Absolutely. How are businesses doing? Inflation's been hitting a lot of people hard. What's the report?
Well, I was looking at parts of downtown Lynchburg, and I see, unfortunately, some of the businesses are still closed up, and then I see signs of life where you can see other buildings being renovated, and the cranes are out, and so there's always hope. And what we have done, the Youngkin administration, we've brought certainly money to the Small Business Association to help those who want that help, and then we've also gotten some mega sites ready, business ready, so as soon as business wants to come, they can move right in. The foundations are there. Bringing broadband to Lynchburg and elsewhere. There's a lot that we've done in education, for example, where the CTE programs, because not every child wants to go to college, and you can make a lot of money in the trades. I should know, because in the Marine Corps, I was a journeyman electrician as well as a diesel mechanic, and it's very fruitful. And then we've got the community college that we're spending money with as well. So it's an all-around approach. Yeah.
What is your goal for Lynchburg?
Our goal for Lynchburg is
what do you hope to see happen? Yeah.
Well, we want to make Lynchburg succeed, Lynchburg thrive. We want people to come here. We want all of Virginia to succeed. So how can I know how to serve unless I'm here? And so that's what we're doing. Got to be amongst the people, hear firsthand what they want.
Do you have any more plans to visit any more schools while you're here, or anything else while you're in the city?
Well, we've got a few other stops to go, and it's just one thing we want to make sure when we come to an area is we do visit businesses. We try to visit law enforcement as well, and just touching on just about every sector of society. Mm-hmm.
We're here at an elementary school in Lynchburg. Can you talk about what the Youngkin administration has done for education over the past 3.5 years?
Oh boy, where do we start? We've done quite a bit, because you remember that we came in during COVID, and people say that COVID closed the schools, and I say no, it's the government response to COVID that closed the schools, because I visited private schools that were not closed, and so I remember asking the headmaster, one of them at the time, doesn't COVID come to your school? And he said yes, and what we do is we spray everything down, we send the child home until the child recovers, but we keep going. And unfortunately, we had that disconnect, and so the schools are now open, and we understood that there was a lot of learning loss that happened in public schools especially, and so we put money towards private tutoring so that we could help the kids catch up. I remember one school principal said to me, normally the children come to me 2 years behind, which bothers me. Why are they even socially promoting? That's not what we're supposed to do. We've got to help the child to succeed. But anyway, the principal said, now the kids are 4 years behind. What am I supposed to do? So we did the tutoring. We also put 13% increase in teacher pay. As you know, it's never happened before, historical. And then we've got childcare so that those teachers who maybe were home wanted to come back, they could. And speaking of teachers coming back, we want to make sure that teachers understand their authority in their classroom. They must have classroom management. So you saw that the governor recently had a cell phone policy. Can't have cell phones. And yes, we can, talk about for those emergency type activities, but I did without cell phones, and yeah, that might have been a time ago, but still, it is intrusive. And I'm even hearing from children who are coming up to me and saying, thank you, because it was bothering us too. So we've just been trying to make sure that education is happening, because without a good education, the kids get nowhere and they get there fast. Right. We're not losing another generation.
Looks like the kids were coming up to you, just asking a lot of questions, being real curious about, what you do. What were some of the questions they asked you?
Well, I was a kid that small once. You know, we're talking about 4 years old, 7 years old. And if you come down to their level where you're on their eyesight, they're more likely to talk with you instead of standing above them. And so that's what I wanted to do. So I was sitting with them and just asking just basic questions, you know, how old are you and what's your name and what do you want to be when you grow up? And of course, I had one little girl, Sarah, actually said she wanted to be a girl firefighter. That was important to her. She said a girl firefighter. And for her to say that to me, I'm a girl lieutenant governor. And I think when they see us, then they know what the possibilities are.
You've said in the past that you're exploring a run for governor.
Yes.
Do you know when you hope to make a decision whether you're going to run for governor or not?
When I stop exploring.
Okay.
Yes.